welcome the viewers still watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Gurmai, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. President Isaias Afwerki returns home. Training for members of Asmara International Airport. Ukraine receives more Patriot missile system. And earthquake in Afghanistan kills at least 20. More detailed domestic news. President Isaias Afwerki and his delegation returned home in the early afternoon hours today, concluding a fruitful 5-day visit to Egypt. During his stay, President Isaias Afwerki held extensive discussions with his counterpart, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, focusing on the consolidation of the ties of friendship and cooperation between the two countries, as well as on shared perspectives regarding regional issues and the security of the Red Sea. President Isaias also attended the inauguration ceremony of the Grand Egyptian Museum, which was graced by representatives from 79 countries, including 39 heads of state and government. In an interview with Egypt's Cairo News Television yesterday, President Isaias referred to the historical ties between Eritrea and Egypt, which have strengthened over time, and highlighted their closely aligned positions on various regional and international issues. President Isaias further underlined the imperative for countries of the region to work together to promote peace and security and to foil harmful external interferences. The presidential delegation included Mr. Osman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs. The Eritrean Aviation School has provided theoretical and practical training to 63 members of Asmara International Airport over the course of 1 year. The training covered topics such as security awareness and systems, radio and equipment maintenance, flight control, and meteorology. Noting that the aviation industry is dynamic, Mr. Simon Araya, director of the school, emphasized the significance of the training. He also stated that Asmara International Airport, with a view to enhancing the capacity of its staff, is conducting continuous capacity building programs both with the internal capacity and by inviting trainers from abroad, indicating that the training program is directly related to the safety of passengers and aircraft. Mr. Berhat Burhane, General Director of Asmara International Airport, congratulated the trainees and urged them to apply the knowledge they gained in their daily activities. In related news, training on administration and leadership, as well as financial management and documentation, has been provided to 80 workers in the Haggas subzone. The training was attended by area administrators, managing directors, and staff members of Haggas subzone and municipality. The program covered human resource management, documentation, procurement and auction procedures, material management, budgeting, financial management, and workplace ethics, among others. Colonel Kibrom Nur Ayo, Director General of Administration and Finance in the Ansaba region, underscored the significance of the training and urged participants to apply the knowledge gained to deliver timely and effective services to the public. Dear viewers, stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. Ukraine has received additional US-made Patriot air defense systems from Germany, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has said. Ukraine has been pressing its Western backers for more long-range weapons, including Tomahawk cruise missiles and additional Patriot batteries. The New York Times reported in May that although the country possessed 8 Patriot systems, only 6 were operational. In a post on X on Sunday, Zelensky thanked German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, stating that their agreement had been fulfilled and more Patriots were now in Ukraine and being put onto operation. While US President Donald Trump has declined to supply Ukraine with cruise missiles, he has allowed NATO countries to purchase American weapons on Kyiv's behalf. Russia has maintained that no amount of foreign aid will change the situation on the battlefield in Ukraine's favor. Last month, Zelensky said Ukraine and the US were preparing a contract for 25 Patriot systems. He added that deliveries could take years unless European Union states demonstrate goodwill by prioritizing Kyiv or transferring systems they already possess. With each system costing about $1 billion, Ukraine hopes to finance the purchases through an European Union loan backed by frozen Russian assets. Russia has condemned any attempt to confiscate its assets as theft. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake has killed at least 20 people as it struck northern Afghanistan near the city of Mazar-e-Sharif. The Taliban Ministry of Public Health reported the death toll today, raising the estimate as search efforts began. A further 320 people are reported to have been injured. A quake struck at 12:59 a.m. yesterday at a depth of 28 km near Mazar-e-Sharif, according to the United States Geological Survey. The agency issued an orange alert in its PAJERP system, which is an automated system that produces information on the impact of earthquakes, and indicated that significant casualties are likely and the disaster is potentially widespread. Health Minister spokesman Sharafat Zaman stressed that the death toll of 20 was only preliminary, and the country's National Disaster Management Agency said reports on casualties and damage would be shared later. The earthquake is the latest natural disaster for the Taliban government, which has faced 3 major deadly earthquakes since taking over the country in 2021, as the foreign aid that formed the backbone of the country's economy has dramatically dropped. A shallow magnitude 6.0 quake, the deadliest in recent Afghan history, struck this year on August 31st in the country's east, killing more than 2,200 people. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. President Isaias Afwerki returns home. Training for members of Asmara International Airport. Ukraine receives more Patriot missile systems. And earthquake in Afghanistan kills at least 20. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed one.